Dinosaur for Crazy Mo Guitar, coming at you with video 5 of how to play guitar faster in a metal style. Stay tuned, we got some cool, chunky melodic metal jumping. Alright, so we're starting off in our familiar territory of an open E power chord, 2nd fret on the A string. So you can do a 3 string if you want and just kind of cover the A and the D. It doesn't really matter with this much distortion. So you're going to have a quick kind of chunk, 2 chunks and a strum of the chord, which is not going to last long. So what I'm doing is I'm hitting the 2 palm mutes, strumming the chord, and then I'm bringing my 2nd and 3rd finger here from the left hand over to mute the strings. And then at that point, I'm ready to jump to my first scale run. So we have here, it's going to start from that 2nd fret on the A string, and we're just going to do, it's basically a group of 6 notes. So you have the 2nd fret to the 5th fret on the E string with the pinky. I have the 3rd fret with the 2nd finger on the low E. Down to the 2nd fret here, so you have the F sharp. Then we just walk it back up. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then back to where you started. And for that one, I like to put a little bit of a palm mute on it. The last note, I just hit an accent where I'm not palm muted. So that way you've got the chord chunk. That's the first 2 together. So once again, a little slower. And here, one of my favorite parts, I love doing this kind of stuff. So this is almost like a Korn ripoff. I'm basically going to the 1st fret on the B string, so it's a C note, with the 1st finger, and then my pinky's going to play the 4th fret on the G string. Now this is a really nasty interval. It's called a minor 2nd, a C to a B. And what I'm doing is I'm holding both the notes down, almost like a 2-note chord. And then my right hand is going to palm mute both those notes, and then what happens is you have this really almost like a creepy kind of effect. As those intervals kind of interact because you're sustaining the note, it has a nice, just kind of creepy vibe that gives you that feeling where the riff is almost like you're going out of tune, but you're not. You have to experiment with how much distortion. You might find that you have to back your gain down to get a little more articulation out of that note. But when you put it together, so I'm going to do it slower with less gain here. So you have the first part. And the idea there is a lot of control exercise and just trying to jump between the 3 different parts. You have the chord, you have the first run, and then this little, the creepy chord I call it. So you have, when you put it together, and then for the intervals here with the C and the B, I'm personally doing all the downstrokes. You can probably experiment if you want to alternate pick it. That's cool, but I like just digging in with a down, especially with the palm mute. I mean, it just gives you that really cool minor 2nd interval in the riff. So that's the first part. Now for the second half, we're going to restate the same power chord. The scale run, our group of 6, is the same shape, same fingering, but starting an octave higher. So we're starting on the B, which is the 4th fret of the 3rd string, the G string. So it's the same shape. You have 4, it goes to 7 on the D string with the pinky, 5 on the D string with the 2nd finger, and then still on the D string, 4th fret with the 1st finger. Then just walks right back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back to 1. And same idea, I'm doing a palm mute, and the last note I'm letting go of the mute. which you can experiment with. You can mute the whole thing. I definitely wouldn't try to do it wide open. It just gets lost in the mix when you're trying to really tone down the gain a little bit where it sounds clean. So if you have a ton of gain going and you're not doing enough palm muting, it's just going to sound like a chainsaw. Well, which could be cool. So you had that run. And then I'm going to jump up to, instead of doing this minor second fill again, I'm going up to the 12th fret here on the G string and jumping between a 12 and 11. Again, give it a little bit of a palm mute. And I'm going to end it with a pinch harmonic on the 11 or the 12. I mean, it doesn't really matter which one you want to pinch. Basically, you can get different pitches based on where you put the right hand. Quickly, in a nutshell, for a pinch harmonic, what you want to do is try to grab the string with the side of your thumb and pinch it between the pick. And my best explanation for, as far as super quick short term here in this video, is to try to keep the thumb in the string. When you pick the note, you don't want to pull the thumb away. You want to try to keep it right in there. And you can find different spots on your guitar where it might come out better than others. You have to kind of experiment with that. But as long as you don't try to hit the note and pull your hand away, that won't do anything. You want to really dig in and try to keep that thumb in there. So that is a cool way to end that top fill. So you have the power chord again. Then you have the jump up here. Okay, so when you put it together, you've got this sort of thing. I'll do a little slower first. Up to speed. Alright, hope you enjoyed that video. Video 5 of how to play guitar faster in a metal style. The whole key there again is control, jumping around, keeping track of your gain. You might have to back the gain down a little bit for this one, or just turn all the way up and see what falls through the ceiling. Ultimately, have fun with it. Experiment with those squeals, the pinch harmonics, the palm muting. Subscribe. Tons more coming. This is only video 5. We're going to do this for quite a long time. A lot of different videos in this style and the blues and the rock. So stay tuned for crazymoguitar.com. A lot coming there. As always, leave us a message, comment, anything else you want to hear, any certain riffs you want to explore where I can make it into a lesson. I'd be happy to check it out. Just leave it in the discussion or send us an email through our site. Matt Quistorf for video 5 of Metal. See ya.